Here's something nobody talks about. The people you've quietly judged for muttering to themselves? Science says they might actually be running a sharper mental game than everyone else in the room. I know, sounds backwards. But stick with me. Talking to yourself out loud isn't a quirk. It's a cognitive tool. Psychologists call it self-directed speech, and research shows it fires up two parts of your brain at the same time. The part that produces language and the part that processes it. You're essentially thinking in stereo. I've actually noticed this most in high-pressure environments. Surgeons do it, athletes do it. Even elite chess players narrate their own moves under their breath. It's not nervousness. It's focus. Beyond that, there's a really practical side to this. Studies show that people who narrate tasks out loud, like saying keys, wallet, phone before heading out, make significantly fewer errors. Your brain grabs onto spoken words differently than silent thoughts. It locks in. You've probably noticed this yourself without even realizing it was a thing. Another thing you'll notice is how it works under stress. When you hear yourself say, "I've got this" out loud, your nervous system actually responds differently than if you just think it. The spoken voice creates psychological distance. You stop being inside the panic. You start watching it instead. I think that's one of the most underrated emotional regulation tricks that literally costs nothing. But here's where it gets a little uncomfortable. The same tool that sharpens your focus can quietly destroy your confidence if you're not careful. If your self-talk is mostly critical, "I'm so stupid. Why do I always mess this up?" That external voice becomes a loop. And unlike silent thoughts, you actually hear it. You've probably seen this with someone close to you, someone who constantly talks themselves down without realizing the voice in their head has become the loudest opinion in the room. So the real takeaway isn't to stop talking to yourself. It's to start actually listening to what you're saying, because your brain isn't just producing those words, it's believing them, every single one.